What is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Hey, let's go. Oh! He killed him! He killed him! Oh my gosh! He knocked him out cold! I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab? Since when is this guy's submission threat? Come on. He's dead! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! What'd I say? What'd I say? What did I say? Bruh. Oh, Hawaiian kickboxer. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, it is your boy, Chad. What is up? What's up? It's your boy, Chad. Today, we go through our picks for the upcoming card, which is Diego Lopes versus Jean Silva. Thank you guys for being here. Round of applause, man. Round of applause. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Alma. And thank you. We saved the best for last. Thank you. Big shout out to Hackle. Shout out UTD. Urinary traction disease 18 says just pick the main event. No one cares about the rest. Go fuck yourself. I care about the rest. Everybody should care about the rest. Let's be honest. All right, let's pull up the... Bro, go fuck yourself. Holy shit. Go fuck yourself. You don't care about the other guys on the card. Just say you're a casual. Just say you're a casual. Just tell me you're a casual without telling me you're a casual. 14th. We have 14 fights on this card. Huge fights. Oh, Daggett's Rise. Yeah, that's not our name, bro. We're either the Dag Queens or the Dagtards. I feel like that's... Daggett's is like... That's a derogatory term towards Dags. Okay? Towards the Dagtards and the Dag Queens, calling us Daggetts is a slur. That is our D word. We have to reserve the D word for the utmost stressful situations. You know? If someone is annoying you... If someone's been annoying you all day, you look at them... And you say, stop being such a Daggett, bro. Stop being such a Daggett. Right? And if you're not a Dagtard, if you're not a Dag Queen, okay, Dagtards are the guys. Dag Queens are the females, obviously. Daggetts is our word. Only we are allowed to call each other Daggetts, okay? If anybody else calls you a Daggett that's not a Dagtard or a Dag Queen, then... they're canceled, number one, and we must jump them. We must jump them. Because no one uses our word. They have to say they just call it the D word. Okay? That's true. Daggers, nah, that ish gay. Nah, not daggers. That's a little too close, bro. That's a little bit too close. I feel like that's a little too close to the word. I do feel like that is. Too close to the word. It is. All right. Let's take a look at the card. Let's take a look at the card and then we'll go into the breakdown. So let's pull this up. This is the card. It's 14 fights. Of course, we all know the main event. Jean Silva, Diego Lopes. Co-main event of Rob Font versus David Martinez. I'm not too familiar with David Martinez. I don't know why he's a co-main event. This guy's like a fucking... This guy's like a third fight on the early prelims. Dude. Why he's on the co-main. Jared Gordon, Rafa Garcia, okay. Kelvin Gastelum, Dustin Solswitz, interesting. Alexander Hernandez, Diego Ferreira, interesting. Santiago Luna versus Quang Lee. Dusko Tudorovic versus Jose Medina. Shout out Jorge. Shout out Jorge, because we all love Jose Medina. We love him. We have Claudio Puelles versus Jaquim Silva. This is AI. This is AI. No way he looks this handsome. We have Tatiana Suarez. Oh, going from the co-main event against Zhang Wei Li to fighting Amanda Lemos on the prelims. Damn. Jesus is also on this card. He's taking on Mexican Johnny Sins. We have Zachary Reese versus the guy who will be fighting with a ankle monitor, Cedric Damas. Interesting fact about Cedric Damas. Cedric Damas and I are actually the exact same belt in Jiu-Jitsu. We're the same belt in Jiu-Jitsu, I believe. Same belt in Gi Jiu-Jitsu, at least. We also have Alexandra Costa versus Alden Coira. We have Alice Pereira, the little sister of Alex Pereira. I don't know which one I would want to smash more, Alex or Elise. Okay, but I would probably smash both if that got me better to Nina Drama. Taking on Montserrat Rendon. And we also have the UFC Tough finale in the welterweight division. Rodrigo Cezinado versus Danil Donchenko. This guy is Canadian. He's Brazilian, but he's Canadian. Someone say tough? Yeah. Where do we start? Do we do the predictions from top down or bottom up? I feel like you got to go bottom up and save your energy. What do you guys think? Bottom up, bottom down, up, down, up, down. What are you guys saying? Ilya keeping the belt warm for Gregor Gillespie? Yeah, sure. Yeah, Ilya is just keeping the belt warm for actually Zabit Magomed Sharipov. Bottom up. What did he do? We'll get to that. We'll get to Cedric Damas. This card is terrible. I don't know. The usual. All right, bro. A motorcycle hits harder than a Ford Escort. Interesting. What's good, Betch? What's up? Did someone say tough? Yeah. All right. We'll start at the bottom, and we'll talk about some things. So these guys are Dana White Contender Series guys. It doesn't say on the record because Dana White Contender Series is actually I'm pretty sure it's considered amateur. So these guys' records are like, this guy's like 11-1 probably. What's up, Jim Miller? Damas did no. Chill, bro. Chill. God damn, man. I'm going with Rodrigo Sazimento. He's Canadian. He says he's Brazil. He's fighting out of Brazil. His gym is in Brazil, but he's Canadian. So we're going him by decision. Although I haven't been watching much as of the tough season, I just believe in the Canadian power, okay? We are the best. Moving up, I feel like we got to go Elise Pereira. I mean, if she has anything, Pereira's an easy pick. Hernandez, overrated as fuck. You're getting too ahead of yourself, bro. You're the kind of guy to pick Diego Lopes. We'll get to it. And then we also have Elise Pereira. I'm saying by knockout. Knockout round 1. I think she's just as good. If you watch any of her karate combat shit, she looks good, and she looks like she's 19 years old. She's 19 years old. What? 19? God damn. Dude, you ever feel... Holy... Guys, when you guys reach Unk status, you guys will feel how I'm feeling right now. Looking at... Dude, Pereira could be her dad. How old's Pereira? He's like 40. He could have been her dad if he was like, if he had like a kid super young, but he's too busy with OnlyFans girls and not actually training, but that's besides the point. What's up, Alma? I swear you were here at the beginning. I said what's up. Absolute pussy. What's up, Hurricane, by the way? I missed you. I didn't miss you, but I missed your message. I forgot to say. You know what I'm saying. She lost to Daria. I mean, I'm not even going to fucking pronounce that. But she's fighting out of Mexico. So she's 36 years old. 19 years old. Theory Pereira's actually her dad. I mean, in Brazil, you know they do some fucked up shit in Brazil. People talk about Dagestanis being incestuous. Okay, people talk about Dagestanis being incestuous. Khabib married his cousin. Hamzat married his cousin. This person married his cousin. Brazil, they do shit that's not even cousins. I wouldn't be surprised if Pereira smashed his own mom in order to create Alice Ferreira, because she's a little too much like Pereira. Not in the sibling way. I think Pereira is the sibling and the father. Alex Pereira, in the case of 19-year-old Alice Pereira, you are the father and you are the brother. Alessandro Costa taking on Aldin Correia. This guy's making his debut. He was looking good in Fury a year, 2 months, 10 months, 7 months, 3 months. He's fighting. Alessandro Costa coming off a win over Kevin Boras, which was a year ago. So not a very active guy. Yuri KO's Yuri's sister. I don't know Yuri's sister. Uncle Ive's sister would expose her if she was allowed to compete. Does Uncle Ive have a sister? Dag, I didn't know you were part of the LGBTQ. I'm not. What is this rumor? Don't be a Daggett, bro. Stop it. But I'm probably going Alessandro Costa by, how do you win his last fight? TKO? Probably going TKO. He's fighting at 125, right? This is your 125. Beat Kevin Boras. Kevin Boras is no joke. You know, he had a scrap. Kevin Boras had a scrap with, in his last fight. He looked pretty shit. But he had a scrap with Joshua Van. He lost to Steve Urseg, but it was a UD, so it's not terrible, right? Steve Urseg's still dangerous. He gave a competitive fight to Brandon Moreno, where he could have won. Beat Jimmy Flick, but I feel like a lot of people do. Lost to Amir Albazi, not great. But Amir Albazi kind of fell off. That was his debut, too. Dag, I didn't know you were part of the WNBA. I'm not, but if I were, I would put on a wig to try to fuck Caitlin Clark, 100%. Uncle Ive's sister never made it at the Russian lab. Yeah, Kadyrov got to her too quickly. Yeah. She was caught kissing a girl and Kadyrov sent her to Canada. Zachary Reese versus Cedric Damas. I feel like we've seen this fight. I feel like I've seen this before. Zachary Reese. Okay, Cedric Damas KO'd by Michael Ozaczek. Rough, but Michael Ozaczek is a fighting nerd, and these guys still are good. Fighting nerds are still good. Okay, we still are good. Dag's the type of guy to throw toys during the game. Yeah. Why are you always stealing picks? I'm not stealing picks. What are you talking about? Bro, you think I'm watching Lucas Tracy's fucking picks? Hell no. Get the fuck out of here. I had a competitive fight with Dennis Tululin. Dennis Tululin is fucking nowhere right now. Lost to Nursultan. Beat Abu Azaitar. Beat Cody Brundage. I thought he had a pretty decent scrap with Dusko Todorovic. And Dusko Todorovic, I do not rate in the slightest. Lost to Asmat Bekayev, but I mean, Asmat Bekayev been pretty promising. I want to see Asmat Bekayev get it. Damas wins? No, I doubt it. No, the fighting nerds are not good. They are pretty good. I'm going Zachary Reese by decision. Cedric Damas, unless you're actually like good, then what happened to YBN? I don't know. Life, man. Life happens to a lot of times. These people. Next up, Jesus Aguilar, coming off a win over Rafael Estevan. Lost to Rafael Estevan, who's actually pretty good. He's 12-0. Before that, he beat an undefeated prospect, Stewart. Oh, Jesus. Dude, I don't remember any of this guy's performance. He fought 6 months ago. I still don't know any of his performances. Lost to Ode Osborne in his last fight, but Ode Osborne is actually pretty good. Won on the Contender Series by split decision. Still somehow made it into the UFC. I think the Mexican wins this one by TKO in the second round as a dog. Why? I don't know. I'm going off of vibes. On this pick, I'm doing a vibe pick here. A vibe pick is pretty good. I feel like every now and again you throw in a vibe pick and it works 50% of the time. Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos. The heavy favorite. Two old heads, two unks battling it out. 38 years old, lost to Zhang Wei Li. That was pretty embarrassing. Ode Osborne died after that fight. Inshallah. Bismillah. Beat Jessica Andrade 2 years ago. Didn't she beat Carla Esparza 7 years ago? Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Maybe she's just injury prone. Maybe her. See, the problem, Amanda Lemos' last fight against Lasman Yacinda was a fucking snooze fest. You're copying bedtimes? No, I'm not. Isn't that the prospect that was undefeated got knocked out by Ode Osborne, the loose guy? I mean, he's 10-1, so yeah. Bedtime owns you? No. Stop it. Fighting nerds are a bunch of quitters? Not at all. I just want to say, I knew the fighting nerds were bums. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop, 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 stop! Stop with the fucking bullshit, man. I'm probably going to go Suarez by close decision. She's probably just going to grapple her. Because Amanda Lemos, 38 years old, win-loss fighter, beat Mackenzie Dern, but Mackenzie Dern is like the most on-off fighter in the world. Tatiana Suarez, a minus 425 favorite? Shut the fuck up. Prime Tatiana Smoke Zhang? I would love... Low-key, she's low-key bad. She looks like a dude. Dude, I gotta stop saying this shit. Do not disrespect Queen Dern. I will. Now, Jacqueline Silva versus Claudio Puelles. This is a good fight to bet on. I feel like this is a solid fight to bet on. Claudio Puelles, as we saw... See, this is the problem. This is the problem. You're either going to go with Claudio Puelles to get a submission. People are picking him by decision? Bro, he's so ass. He has like one strategy. All he does is go for leg locks, right? Or knee bars. He's a knee bar guy, not even a leg lock guy. I respect the leg lock more than the knee bar, because knee bar, you see it all too often. It's like guys can just power out of it and then you're drained. We saw that against Dan Hooker. We also saw it Muhammad Makaya versus the other guy. I'm not reading your shit, bro. The moment you start talking shit, I'm not reading it. And Jacqueline Silva, I mean, if you're training knee bars in camp, you're going to win. So I'm going to go Silva by TKO, round 3. Claudio Puelles could get a submission, but I doubt it. Dern is just her dad in a wig. Yeah, but the people don't want to... But I feel like that is very true. That is very true. She does have a lot of her dad's genes. Claudio looks like Clark Kent when he's on the desk. Not at all. This guy's he's a lightweight. He's soy, though. He's soy as fuck. Jose Medina, Dusko Todorovic. I mean, this guy hasn't had a win in the UFC at all. Still in the UFC, but they are kicking out But they're kicking out freaking, what's his name? Martin Bidet, but they're keeping Jose Medina? What the fuck? Do you actually know these fighters? Yeah, I do. Jose Medina got KO'd by Otobogotti. I literally just watched that fight today. Dusko Todorovic, he represents Serbia, but he's actually has the flag of another country that I don't want to say because it's close to a word. I'm pretty sure didn't he get killed by Joe Pyfer? Thought at some point. No, that was Mansour Abdul Malik KO'd him. I always get Mansour Abdul Malik and Joe Pyfer mixed up just because they look so much alike. CLD, rough. Chidi Nijitakwani, I like Chidi. He's dope. But I trust the chin of Jose Medina to not get KO'd. I might go with Jose Medina. Because I feel like Dusko Todorovic is like just a punching bag. I feel like Dusko Todorovic versus Marc-Andre Barriault is a good fight to make. Because they're both kind of similar, just from different regions of the world. Quang Li versus Santiago Luna. Beat Gaston Bolaños, and he actually looked good. What country? Yeah, the last one. Medina, no way. I'm going Medina. Okay? In his hometown of Noche UFC, right? He's Mexican. Bolivia, they speak Mexican in Bolivia, so I'm going Quang Lee here. Because he actually looks really strong. Yes, he lost to Zhao Long. Yes, he lost to Chris Gutierrez, but that was actually a close fight. He actually looked pretty good, and that was his debut. And it's like, this guy's just getting a UFC shot for being Mexican. TKO round dos. Uno, dos, tres. Speak Mexican? Yeah, they speak Mexican in Bolivia, bro. Puebla's had a close fight with Ziam. Yeah, but but if we're going off who had a close fight with the top contender, Jacqueline Silva, yes, he got finished by Arman, but he landed that shot that wobbled him. He wobbled him. Clay Guida is great. No, it's fucking rough. Jakar Close is actually good. Look what he did to Edson Barboza. Diego Ferreira, as a dog, I'm picking Ferreira. This guy can do it all. This guy beat, he had a close fight with Grant Dawson, where Grant Dawson just kind of stalled out. He was supposed to fight Bobby Green on 319. He beat Rezbecki, where he looked really good. Beat Johnson with that, monstrous overhand. Josh Emmett style. Lost to Gregor Gillespie, but that was 4 years ago. Lost to Gamrot, that was 3 years ago. Hernandez KO'd Hooper and Benil. Oh my gosh, he KO'd Hooper. And who is Hooper beaten? Tell me who has Hooper beaten. He beat a bunch of old heads. Okay, he beat Jim Miller and Clay Guida. Like, are we really hyping up Hooper for beating Clay Guida? Who else did he beat? He beat Vyacheslav Borshev. That's actually a decent win. But Vyacheslav Borshev hasn't been able to do anything recently. He beat the guy who twerks on people. He submitted him. Right? Which isn't a bad win because he actually looked good in his recent fights. But that's a stylistic good matchup for Hooper. Fighting Vyacheslav Borshev, who is a guy who, has no ground game. He was beaten up on, guys who want to take it to the ground. But Alexander Hernandez, go Jordan Levitt. Yeah, Jordan Levitt. Reno says he beat them. All right, bro. We're not doing that stuff. Come on. Have some respect, man. Have some respect. You guys don't get racist up in here. The last thing I want to be is racist in my chat. So that's your first warning. Second warning. You're sentenced to 1 hour Discord call with me. But you must be my kitten. Benil had a blemish on it. That was forever ago. Then he got KO'd by freaking Donald Cerrone. Fuck Donald Cerrone. Kurt Hollowbutt, Austin Hubbard. See, these are a bunch of Austin Hubbard, Kurt Hollowbutt are all, and even Chase Hooper to a level is they're all just different versions of Alexander Hernandez. You know what I mean? That's his actual nickname. Yeah, we're not getting racist here. Yeah, we're not getting racist. Hernandez was a threat to Habib because he wrestled in community college or something like that. Really? Interesting. Why you hating on Cowboy? Fuck Cowboy, bro. Diego lost to Benil. Yeah, but that was forever ago, bro. We're living in today. And it's he's 40 years old, but he's still good. He dismantled Rezbecki. He dismantled him. He has Diego Ferreira is a real threat to Islam. Diego Ferreira, let me re-say that. Diego Ferreira is a real threat to Islam's reign at 155. Rezbecki takes damage every fight. He lost to Duncan, but he beat Orablai. And Orablai is not even from this frickin' millennium. You know what I mean? He's from thousands of years ago from a place far, far away. You know what I mean? They just froze Rezbecki out of here. They froze Orablai out of here. Rezbecki beat him. Okay? Bro said Diego's a threat to Islam. At 155, the Islam... Okay, listen. The Islam that fought Dustin Poirier, you put that Islam against the Diego Ferreira that fought Mazrus Rezbeki? Diego Ferreira beats Islam at 155. Did you know Borgs and May used to be in Lorenzo Predicts chat all day? What a gooner. Duncan is a real threat to Islam. Look what he did to Vucenic. Okay? Look what he did to freaking did he beat Belagioki, right? Fucking beat Belagioki, man. Who does that to Belagioki? Who did Duncan just beat, dude? Duncan's a real threat to Islam at 150. If you take Islam that fought Dustin Poirier, DP, double penetration Poirier, okay? You take that Islam, alien, suck him up into a spaceship, drop him off in front of Duncan. Duncan takes that. Same with Diego Ferreira. And he's going to beat Hernandez. This is a money-making fight. I'm going KO round one. Round one. Manuel Torres, Ragdoll, Duncan. Yeah, but that's because he wasn't at his full potential. What are you going to say next? Anshul Jubli is a threat to Islam? See, if you take the Islam that fought Dustin Poirier and you put him against the Anshul Jubli that fought... No, I'm kidding. Dude, Yanel Ashmuz is a real threat. Yanel Ashmuz is a real threat to Islam. Dude, Reese McKee at 170, dude. Dude, Reese McKee at 170, huge threat. Huge threat to Islam's reign. They hit Islam from Reese McKee, dude. Holy. Diego was getting ragdolled by Dawson. He wasn't getting ragdolled. What are you talking about? Bro, Diego fuck you. No. Grant Dawson is a real threat. Grant Dawson? No. No troll. Grant Dawson was a real threat to Islam's reign. Dude, if Bobby Green didn't fight the most compromised version of Grant Dawson, dude. If Bobby Green didn't fight the most compromised version of Grant Dawson, we would have seen Grant Dawson taking out your favorite fighters. I'm not trolling. Grant Dawson is a real threat. Nobody wants to fight Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson is looking for a fight. Grant Dawson is a real threat to Islam's reign. Read my comment. Hernandez lost to Cowboy, lost to Pettis, who lost to Dustin, who lost to Johnson, who lost to Freya. Yeah, you're funny, bro. If Bedtime MMA didn't make tier list videos, Dag and May would be running the YouTube game. Even if he is making tier lists, I am running the game. I'm running the underground. of the game, all right? Grant Dawson is Aaron Pico at 155? No, hell no. Grant Dawson is... Dude, do you not remember Grant Dawson versus Damir Ismagulov? Grant Dawson is the Sean Brady of 155. Yes. Round of applause. Round of applause for Brandon for breaking it down. Easily. He is the Sean Brady. He's the guy. He's your favorite fighter's worst nightmare. Damir was a threat to Islam. Dude, Damir Ismagulov. Okay, the best time of lightweight is when we had guys like Damir Ismagulov, when we had guys like Gamrot, when we had guys like Garam Kutsadeledze. That was the best time in lightweight. That was prime lightweight. Now we have fucking Paddy Pimblett, who's a nobody, who's literally just getting unwarranted success, practically layups. So getting slapped by Bobby Green, guys like Benoit Saint Denis. No, he wasn't at the time, dude. Benoit Saint Denis, dude, are you forgetting he got fucking brutalized by Aleki Dos Anjos, who lost to Neil Magny, who lost to everybody, who lost to Mike Mallet, as we all remember. Moving up, Kelvin Gastelum taking on Dustin Soltz. Kevin Gastelum coming off a loss to Joe Pyfer, where he got dropped a bunch of times, and it ended up being a fairly boring fight. Dustin Schultz coming to loss to Nursultan Rusaboyev. Dustin Schultz most known for getting front kicked by a bus. Also beat the one that got, it's like Soriano. Something Soriano. Didn't he beat Soriano? Yeah. Puella Soriano. He beat Puella, yeah. Lost to Bruno Ferreira. That was a brutal spinning elbow. Then obviously lost to a bus. And then Kelvin Gastelum lost to Cannonier. Beat Chris Curtis. Lost to Sean Brady. Destroyed by Sean Brady. Beat D-Rod, which at this point fucks up everything. Because it's like D-Rod is now in the rankings at 170. And we know lighter man skill takes precedent. So, interesting. He missed weight on that one, though. He's a fat ass. Demir, Gamrot, Armand Garam were the 4 horsemen of threat to Islam. Dude! So true. So true. So true. Imagine getting popular off UFC for looking like a Lund boy in medieval times. What are you talking about? Imagine getting popular in the UFC for looking like a young boy in medieval times. Who are you talking about? A young boy in medieval times? Who the fuck is that? Dustin slept your boy? Marc Andre? That was a fluke. Dag, remember when you tried to walk into the woman's bathroom because you thought the dress and wig was a good disguise? Yeah, we don't talk about that, bro. Legally, we cannot talk about that anymore. Oh, Patty? Yeah. And he's funny looking and he sounds funny. Dustin slept your boy, Big Borgs. BSD got butchered by Dustin the Diamond. Well, I mean, you can't really say that because Benoit Saint Denis wasn't only fighting Dustin Poirier. He was also fighting the fruits of his labor. Just kidding. He was fighting staph infection, which is a serious disease that I would not wish upon my worst enemy. I think I had staph. I'm not going to pull my shirt up, but I think I had staph. I think I might still have it, but I don't know. Does retired of 2 losses while Benoit Saint Denis on a win streak? Technically, yeah. Gay. The Sigma in charge guy is gay as fuck. I'm probably going to go Gastelum decision. I feel like that's a pretty safe pick. Dustin Schultz is kind of just mid, and Kelvin Gastelum, although he has been looking mid in the past couple of fights, he's like just barely mid, right? He's just getting by. Did you say you have staph? Yeah, I think I have staph, dude. I think these BJJ nerds are giving me fucking staph infection, dude. The amount of sweat, I almost passed out after my last grappling. Dude, rolling with white belts is way harder than rolling with fucking high belts. Because higher belts will fucking know what to do. But white belts, nobody knows what the fuck to do. So you're just trying to force positions. You know? But like these higher belts will fucking, dude. I know you take it as a badge of honor, not an actual health concern. What, a staph infection? No, I don't know. It's not eating my skin, though. It's just like a weird little, like, thing. Dag is a tong. Jesus. I don't even know what this is, man. Crazy all these guys get staffed, but so many places are understaffed. Yeah. That's what I got to say to you. They getting subbed by a 13-year-old in his gym? Hell no. You think I'm getting subbed by a 13-year-old? Dude, if I was losing to a 13-year-old, if I was getting armbarred by a 13-year-old in the gym, I'd pick him up and slam him against the fucking wall. Show us. Yeah, you're hilarious, bro. You just want to see my nips. You want to see my hairy nips. My nips that have like 3-inch long pubes on them. Jared Gordon, Rafa Garcia. Jared Gordon's good. Super underrated. Beat Thiago Moises. That's actually a pretty decent accomplishment because Thiago Moises is a fighting nerd. He's a fighting nerd. You got to remember that. Lost to Nasrat Haqparast, but that was a robbery decision. That was in Abu Dhabi. Nasrat Haqparast has looked good in recent fights. I don't remember his fight with Mark Madsen. I really don't. I do remember. Mark Madsen. The Patty versus Jared Gordon fight was actually a robbery, so I don't even want to talk about that. Draw with King Green. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Lost to Patty Pimblett. That was a robbery. Vince Pichel? I don't remember that fight. Lost to Grant Dawson. I mean, come on. TKO'd. Clay Guida beat Clay Guida, who hasn't. But I'm going Jared Gordon decision. He's actually super good, super underrated. He finished Thiago Moises, yeah? And that was 3 months ago. I feel like that was less than longer than 3 months ago. Maybe I'm just too fast. Maybe life's just moving too fast, and sometimes I gotta slow it down a bit. Dag the 13-year-old ragdolls you? No, it does not. No, they do not. They do not ragdoll me. Bro, I don't even roll with the 13-year-olds because the coaches know I'm a weapon. Dude, the coaches know I'm a weapon, so they only pair me against the fucking biggest of baddest guys. Like the big Polish blokes, you know? But they robbed him. I don't remember. Who do you roll with? I roll with who's ever there. I mean, it's not like a big class. When I go like during the week, and I go at like 12 o'clock during the week. So all those times, it's not like kids who are in school. All the kids are in school. So it's all a bunch of guys who are like construction workers and shit. So it's like, you know, like I would say 30 to like 47-year-olds. I'm like the youngest kid. I'm the youngest guy there. But they fuck me up every time. They fuck me up all the time, bro. Cause I'm trying to do shit and they never let me do shit. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll someone's like turtled up, and I'm like just grabbing onto them. Like I don't know what the fuck to do, so I just start shaking them, and hopefully they submit due to uncomfortability. I hope they turn into fucking Dilbert Burns, Gilbert Burns' brother, Dilbert Burns, and just quit via what I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? Have you ever gotten hard while in full mount yet? No. Hackle, I'm starting to think you're a pred. I think he is a pred too. Bro, you should automatically good watching UFC, but it's gi jiu-jitsu. It's gi jiu-jitsu. So it's a completely different game. I'm on my Mighty Mouse shit. Damn, I'm on my Mighty Mouse shit. Oops, I hit again. Damn, I'm on my Dimitri shit. Oops, I did again. The coaches know I'm a weapon. Yeah. Dude, the coaches know I'm a weapon, dude. They know I'm a weapon. Dude. Dude, you think, yo, you think, dude, you'll watch like in Islam Makhachev highlight reels. You'll go into a jiu-jitsu gym and you'll be like, dude, I'm about to pull up, having no jiu-jitsu experience, and I'm about to fuck someone up. Because I watch Islam Makhachev highlights. I'm about to arm triangle guys. You get there, you won't know how to get to an arm triangle position. You don't know how to get out of someone's guard. Getting out of someone's guard is not easy. In a fight, you know, in a UFC fight, being in someone's guard, the guy who's on bottom is at the disadvantage. In jiu-jitsu, being in someone's guard is the guy on the bottom, the guy who's pulling the guy in guard. That guy's at the advantage. You don't want to be in someone's guard. When you're in someone's guard, they're at an advantage. So it's like you don't know how to get out of someone's guard. You don't know how to progress to half guard. You don't know how to progress to side control. You don't know how to progress to mount. You don't know how to set up. You don't even know where to put pressure. You don't know what the fucking arm triangle is. Yeah, pull close and no gi judo is better. No gi judo is better. That's not fucking judo. That's just Greco-Roman fucking wrestling at that point. Jiu-jitsu and gi is the gayest thing ever. I mean, so you're telling me you rather roll with a bunch of sweaty men shirtless in shorts? You think that's less gay than being fully clothed, doing ancient Japanese tactics? Dude, if a Japanese shorty sees you walking in with a gi, she's gonna want to suck your dick instantly, dude. She's gonna want to give you a Nuru fucking massage, dude. I will go to Japan with a gi and a fake black belt, and all the fucking Japanese shorties would be like, oh, arigato, senpai, arigato, oh yeah, senpai, baka. You know what I mean? UTDA trained UFC kid, trust me. It won't work in a real fight. It won't work in a real fight, dude. Yo, dude, it won't work in a real fight, kid. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. You think it won't work in a real fight, but like, come on. Let me put my gi on before we fight. Dude, true. That is the men's honor. Before you get into a street, say you're at a bar and you accidentally spill your drink on somebody, and they're like, dude, let's fight. Meet me outside. Let's fight. Dude, you got to tell them, wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me get my bag. I need to go to code check, dude. My gi is in my bag. Just give me a second, bro. Just give me a fucking second, dude. Let me get my fucking gi, dude. Us. Dude, you can't fight me. You didn't us yet, dude. Come on. You gotta us before you fight. Do you not know the rules? Dude, you gotta, do you not know the rules, dude? We got a handshake. We say us, and we have to have our gi on. Those are the 3 rules of combat, dude. Come on. Noki works at the beach. Yeah, Dag lives in Canada where it's cold. Gi equals jacket. True. Brandon on facts today, man. No cap. That's when I left my gi home when I went to Japan. Yeah. Brandon, be quiet. I train UFC. You prop train LFA. True. Dude, this David Panda guy, this guy's never been in a fight before. Dude, if I get a hold of this David Panda kid, dude, I would fuck him up. I'd grab a hold. I'd collar tie him. Ready? I'd collar tie him. I'd drop to guard. I'd pull guard. I'd get him in my guard, and I'd be like, all right. I'd also, and then I'd break his posture. I'd break his posture, and I'd whisper in his ears. I'd be like, baby boy, don't get hard. And I'd tell him, well, how do you want to get submitted, boy? How do you want to get submitted, boy? How do you want to get submitted? You want to get triangled? Boom! Put him in a triangle, wrap him up instantly, knock him out. I would get up, shake his legs to wake him up, and I'd be like, buddy, now I own you. Now I own you. Now I own you. Now you're my bitch. You know what I mean? Now you hold the inside of my pocket. Now you got to get up in drag queen makeup, and now you walk beside me. And basically, I got to smash your wife whenever I want. You probably would beat me up, Dag. I'm from India. Dude, self-deprecation at the worst. Jesus. You guys see about the Indian? There's like 500,000 of them going to Japan. Dude, the Japanese people are bare cheesed. You prop train Ryzen? Dude, Ryzen's dope. All right, who are we picking? Rob Font versus David Martinez. Dun dun dun. Sigma, or should I say Frederick? Oh shit! Oh shit! Did he just expose him? Oh shit! Start training Pride, but switch to Dream. Now I train Ryzen. Nice. I train eating Cardi B's BBL. That's what I do. I train eating Cardi's BBL. Cardi B's BBL. Dag, do you roll with women? Not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. I'm not allowed. It's like not like a restraining order, but they just say that we will have to pursue further legal action if you do try to roll with another woman. Apparently, you know, in gi you're allowed to grab things, but apparently there's something called off-limit zones. Apparently they're called off-limit zones, and you can't touch them in certain areas. But you got to think about it. These women are training for self-defense, right? What if I'm training for self-offense? You know what I mean? They got to learn in a real scenario. No, I'm kidding. I'm just doing a simulation. I'm doing a simulation here. I'm trying to help them, okay? No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. Dad got caught up with the no, I did not get caught up. I did not. Self-offense is crazy. What? Dude, come on, man. What happens if the attacker is a fucking black belt in BJJ? They're fucked. They're absolutely fucked. You know what I mean? So you gotta give them the looks. You hear Volk talk about it all the time. You gotta train for specifics, right? So I'm just helping them train for specifics, all right? But no, I don't train with women. There's no women that roll with me. They say I'm too sexy to roll with. They say I'm too sexy, I'm too attractive. They might get distracted. If a shorty was to roll with me they might get too caught up in the moment, you know, sweaty, attractive, young, lean, masculine, shredded, you know, dense muscle man on top of them, you know, they would never let me leave their guard, right? So they'd get caught up in the moment, and it's just not good for the roles. You know, at the high level that I'm at, you can't get caught up in the roles sometimes. So the women, they try not to roll with me because they know they're gonna get caught up, and they're probably gonna creamy guard, yeah, squirt guard. What guard is this called? Horny guard. I'm ovulating guard. I'm gonna pull you into my ovulation guard. Dude. Yeah. The cream pie guard. I was gonna abbreviate that, but I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't abbreviate cream pie, but the cream pie guard. The nut in me guard. That's my favorite guard to play. I'm a missionary guy. Dude, imagine changing the names of jujitsu positions to like sexual positions. Instead of like mount, it's like it's cowgirl, right? Instead of like closed guard, it's missionary. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass missionary, try to get into doggy style ground and pound. Yeah. Doggy style would be like taking the back, I think. Amazon, you could also say depending on, you know, who's in the dominant position. You could say Amazon for guard as well, right? But missionary, right? Yeah, he's trying to pass the missionary guy, trying to go into cowgirl guard, right? Trying to get into cowgirl position. He's in reverse cowgirl. What would be like, and then north-south would be 69. North-south would be 69. That's true. What would be like half guard? That would be like leg up, hitting that shit from the side guard, I guess, right? Can you do the buggy choke? I don't want to try doing a buggy choke, because dude, that will, because the problem with a buggy choke is that it bends your knee in like the opposite way. You should consider that. It would be tough. We got for Font versus David. Oh yeah. My bad. To get out of guard, I use this 6-inch push. Sometimes it makes them tighten their guard. Alright, bro. More like the 3-inch poke. Do you have something in your pocket? What's poking me? Nothing. No, I don't. What? Nothing, dude. Focus on the dude. We're doing jujitsu, man. Come on. Don't worry about that. Could you imagine, dude? What happens if there's like a genuine freak that you're training with in jujitsu? You know what I mean? Like he's secretly like busting nuts, right? Like if a black belt was like a sexual deviant, he could genuinely be the biggest freak and no one would know if he could control himself and be like, oh shit, like what? What'd you say? Nothing. I said go try to triangle me. I don't want to triangle you. You're dude. What the fuck? Last time I tried to put you in a triangle, you bit me. You started taking your tongue out. Oh, that was just because I was just running out of breath, dude. I was practicing my late submission escapes, dude. Dude, you started licking. You left a wet mark on my pants because you were licking my pants, dude. No, that was just, dude. I was almost out. You almost had me though. That was really good. Why don't we progress to the missionary? I mean, close guard. Why don't you get me close guard? That you should stream you in a BJJ tournament. The gym I do, they have in-house BJJ tournaments, but I would literally get destroyed. Like, even as a white belt, going against other white belts, they're just so much bigger than me. You mean J-Rod? Yeah. That's why I got into the sport, to be honest. Yeah. You only train, dude, that is fucked up. You only train MMA, not for self-defense or confidence, but just to be the most unstoppable freak of all time. Dude, you could definitely, you know what's crazy? You could genuinely use jujitsu moves while smashing a shorty. Like you could use, like, if you're hidden in missionary, you could in one movement go to take the back where shorty is lying on her back, and you're still like, you could use jujitsu to change positions as well as not take your dick out. You know what I mean? Like you could be in missionary tapping that shit, right? You could do some shit. There's transitions, right, where you can get a shorty onto her back with still staying connected, because hips being connected to your partner are so critical. So you could generally do that in the bedroom, you know? But dude, anyways, Rob Font, David Martinez, Simon Oliveira, Xavier Franklin. Outside of that, he was not in the UFC. I mean, Rob Font is always a good guy to pick. He's a little bit older now, but he's still showing I mean, he beat John Matsumoto, which John Matsumoto is like genuinely a prospect who was 16-0 at the time. Huge prospect, one of the biggest prospects in the sport. Beat lost to Davison Figueiredo. It is what it is. Beat Kyler Phillips. Kyler Phillips actually pretty good. I think that was on I forget what card that was on. Lost to Corey Sandhagen, boring fight. Beat Adrian Yanez, and that was when Adrian Yanez was a big prospect. I'm probably going Rob Font by TKO. His boxing is easily some of the best in the division. I don't know much about David Martinez's game. Like, he's one fight in the UFC, and I don't remember it. I've seen it, but I just don't remember it. And that brings us to the main event. We'll get back to our jiu-jitsu talk. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll say into it. That's how you get better. I need to get a black belt into BJJ. Bro, do not try to get a black belt in BJJ just so you can be better at fucking being getting yourself offense improved. Jiu-jitsu's full of weirdos. Everything full of weirdos, bro. Name something that has 0 weirdos. Martino's never stops fucking moving, annoying striker. Why don't you train no-gi? Because I was talking to John Danaher, and John Danaher was telling me that you really shouldn't train no-gi until you've trained at least a year in the gi, because in no-gi, you can slip out of submissions because you're too sweaty. You can get out of positions because you're too sweaty. In the gi, you're not able to do that because A, there's no sweat. There's clothes, right, that it will absorb it and will not let you slip. You can also grab the gi, so you have to be more technical and you have to use a lot more thinking when you're doing gi, because you can't just slip out of positions. You can't get lucky out of positions. Once you're stuck in a position, you have to be a lot smarter. There's a lot more consequence to your actions, right? Because if someone just grabs a hold of your sleeve, right, they grab a hold of your sleeve, then then you could be fucked, right? Or someone takes your back, it's a lot more detrimental. You can't just slip out of, someone has your arm in no-gi, you could slip out of it because your arm's sweaty as fuck, right? But with gi, someone has your arm, they have your arm, so it's advised that you do a year or like 8 months or 6 months or whatever, at least with the gi before you go into no-gi, so you understand the basics. So maybe I might go Martinez. I don't know. Martinez, he's kind of like a Yusuf Zalal type blood, eh? Alright, I'm going John Silva. Dude, a minus 280 is probably good. I'm going Silva by TKO round 3. The reason being, look like Fragley. Okay. Nogi's wrestling without shoes. You only train with a gi jacket, no pants or what? No undies? Just a gi jacket? Okay, that's gay. That's gay. You have your dick out with a gi jacket on? That's very interesting. Very interesting. But I'm going John Silva. The reason being, Diego Lopes, he's never been good. The only reason people like Diego Lopes or believe Diego Lopes is actually good, it's because he had a close fight with Movzar, but people forget how that fight actually went. They forget that Diego Lopes was doing nothing. Movzar was looking good. Diego Lopes had one moment on the feet, and he had, he got taken down, and he threw up some submissions off his back, didn't get them, and got dominated on the ground, beat up brutally on the ground. But Diego Lopes has been fighting a bunch of nobodies. He fought Brian Ortega. Okay. Shell of his former self. He fought Dan Ige, but that was like, come on. Even if not a TKO, I can see a TKO. Even if not a KO, I can see a TKO. Yeah, I can't see John knocking him out. Well, you will be seeing it. Maybe not yet, but you will be seeing it soon. You will. It's gonna happen. I mean, I think it's now is the time to bet money on John Silva. Now is the time. Now is the time, my brother. Now is the time. Now is the time to my brother. How are we doing today? All dude, J-Rod got his brown belt in 4 years. Dude, if I started making money from YouTube, dude, I would become a great jiu-jitsu guy. John Silva via Jewish magic? Yes, I agree. Can't wait for Silva to unanimous decision Lopes. Murphy will be next for that belt. Yeah, probably. But I wouldn't be surprised if John Silva were to knock out Diego Lopes. I could see John Silva knocking out Diego Lopes and people trying to campaign for John Silva to get the title shot over the Rome Murphy. Because that's just how it is. It's always about who done last. You know, what have you done last? Dag will knock out Royce Gracie in the first under a minute, let's be honest. Probably. I was going to say something. Dude, if I made money on YouTube, man, you guys need to we need to make money together on YouTube. Because I need to train MMA full time. So then in the future, I need to be able to give you guys the best content. I need to be able to give you good. Okay, hear me out. If I make money, I'm going to train MMA. And then from there, we do Nina drama type videos, not Nina drama type videos. Hear me out. Nina drama type videos where I train with UFC fighters. Because who is doing that type of content, bro? Who is doing that? Nobody's having good interviews within the MMA sphere of MMA. Not like, I'm not doing foot stuff. I'm not doing gay interviews where I ask them about, you know, if there was an alien, if an alien army came down, if you had to fight aliens, what 3 fighters would you bring? You want to tell me that one? The fans love that one. Okay, let me ask you a question. You eat food, right? You eat food? Yeah. So basically, if you had to eat food for the rest of your life, what food would you eat? Like Nina Drama's ruining the aura of fighters one by one. I feel so bad for Movzar. Lopes gets a title shot before him, and he's still not going to get a title shot. Yeah, Movzar needs to fight one more time. Even if it's against a scrub, fight one more time, Movzar. Put your name in the hat. Fight a scrub. Unfortunately, a lot of fans do care about stupid questions like that. They don't. They genuinely do not care about. Dude, no fans care about those type of questions. No fans care about the type of questions. But I'm not even saying I want to do content like Nina Drama where I'm asking questions. I want to do content like Nina Drama where I go to people and I train with them. But I want to know I want to be at least like purple belt in jiu-jitsu. I want to be at least a high level blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Okay? And at least a decent striker and a decent MMA fighter. You know what I mean? So I can train with these guys. Right? I want to do a live stream interviewing these guys. I want to have I will. This is how you manifest. The guys, pay attention right here. This is how you manifest shit. Ready? I will have, guaranteed in the future, 100%, I will have Hamza Chimaev right here. Okay, that's one stream. Next stream, who do we got? We got Sean O'Malley right here. Next stream, who do we got? Piotr Jan right here. Asking questions, doing some things, playing games, talking to you guys. We're going to do that. Demetrius Johnson right here. Then we're going to do another stream. Mackenzie Dern right here, sitting on my lap. That's another stream. And we're also going to do a video where I go to these guys' gyms. I train with them. I get beat up by them, and I do a vlog, you know, where I'm going. I explore the city they train in. We try to rizz up some baddies in the city they train in. Then we go train with them. Then we go hang out with fighters, or just the whole video. The whole video is me hanging out with the fighter. We go through their city. We train. We go through what their day is like, day in the life of this, and then we go rizz up baddies by the end of it. There's also going to be me, not on stream, not on video. I will be sucking Alexa Grasso's toes, Polyana Viviana, and Mackenzie Dern's toes all together after the streams, after the videos. Guarantee. We manifested this. When it happens, come back here and know that I called my shot right here, and that's when I manifested it. Dagestanis are based because most of them don't do the cringe Nina collabs. Yeah. Honestly, Nina kinda has a witch face. Yeah. Nina, my girl, don't talk down on her. I'm not saying she's not pretty. See, this is the problem with gooners like you. This is the problem with gooners like you, the 10-7 MMA. This is the problem with gooners like you. I'm not discrediting Nina's hard work. Even though minimal hard work, I'm not discrediting Nina Drama's looks. I'm saying that what she's doing is it's nobody cares about it. Nobody wants to see it. The only reason it gets views is because of the person she's with and the fact that she's asking out of pocket questions. Nah. You're going at Gooners. Grow up, fam. Okay. I'm not going at Gooners. As a Gooner myself, I'm not going at Gooners. I'm not. But being a Nina Drama, you're not. Okay. You're right. I went out of line. I got ahead of myself. I don't mean to call out Gooners, Nina Drama simps, which you are 10-7 MMA. You're wrong. So many people claim Nina Drama's funny when she has never said anything funny with those stupid ass questions. Who's so many people? Who are saying Nina Drama's funny? I think there's moments of Nina Drama that are entertaining, but those moments are far and few between. She posts what? 30-minute videos? And she might have 2 moments each. And that's still more moments than I have. But they're low, under the belt moments. She shows me love on Instagram all the time, so I respect Nina. What's your Instagram, bro? How does she show you love on Instagram? You fucking jerk off and come on your phone and then you send it to her and she looks at it and she doesn't block you? Is that what you're talking about? 10-7 MMA? Is this you? Nope. Dude, there's like 20 million 10-7 MMAs. Jesus Christ. Okay, so she doesn't block you for nutting on her. Congrats, bro. Welcome to the club. You have to suck Alexa Grasso's toes because she doesn't have tits. No, I wouldn't. No, dude. I think sucking toes is like the ultimate move. That's my favorite move. I'd rather suck toes than fuck. Oh, 1.7K followers on YouTube? What's your most popular video? MMA Casual's Guide to UFC Fight Night on Clive Walker 2. Holy fuck, the music's loud. Oh shit. You look like a fucking boss, dude. God damn. Sorry, this is I hate doing this. I hate looking at someone's YouTube channel while they're in the chat. I hate doing it, but you kind of look like a boss. Terrence McKinney's also a friend of the channel? Dude, how many friends of the channel you got, dude? God damn. You got some good views on your pick videos. You're from the Northeast. You're from the Northeast. You're a tri-state area guy. I feel the vibes of a tri-state area guy. You got the vibes down. I fuck with those vibes. I fuck with Northeastern. Chicago, that's Northeastern, right? I don't know. I'm not great at states of America. But yeah, you're dope, man. You're dope. You're dope ski. Oh, my fucking back. Oh, shit. Ugh. Ugh. Chicago. Hey, let's go to Chicago. IG? Bro, I don't got IG type shit. I should get on IG. Dag, I remember that YouTube told me it helped your channel grow. Really? I mean, you did. Let's be honest. Just shout out you guys. I mean, I don't want to get emotional here, but you guys are fucking sick. I fuck with you guys. Every single one of you guys make my channel grow day by day by day. And I wouldn't be here without you guys. You know, I want to cry. I'm not going to cry. I wouldn't be here without any of y'all, man. Type shit. But fuck y'all. Yuri follows us. Alex Pereira's had his block. Nah, you're definitely picking Uncle Ive. Alex Pereira is a salty lad. He is a very salty lad. Some fighters are salty lads. Alex Pereira seems like a salty lad. Jamal Hill, definitely a salty lad. Mark Goddard, salty lad. Joe Rogan, salty lad. Dude, there's so many salty guys involved in MMA because it's such an egocentric sport at the end of the day. And even when you train it, dude, when you start training too, you start getting that ego of just being like, if you're not with me, you're against me. And it probably helps, you know, being an ego guy. You know, it probably does help having a huge ego. Hill Loki, not that bad in person. He was surprisingly cool. All right, now you're flexing. Now you're flexing. Now you're flexing. Oh, dude, yeah, Hill in person, because I met him in person. I met Hill in person. Fuck you. I met Hill in person. He's actually not that bad. When you talk to, I know you guys only talk to him and you only see who he is through a screen and through how he acts online. But me as a guy who knows Jamal Hill personally, like we're on a first name basis. We're on a fucking first name basis, me and Jamal Hill. When you start to get to know him and who he is as a person, dude, you gotta give him respect, man. Gotta give him his flowers. Dude, you gotta give him his flowers, dude. Brother, he's my homie. Yeah. He's from Michigan. The guys from Michigan always be coming up to London, Ontario. Because the drinking age is 19 here. So and it's 21 over there, so. Born in the rack. Oh, seriously? Jamal Hill was born in Chirac? Damn. So you think Jamal Hill ever ran into King Von? This is a lot I know about Chicago. Y'all got some yeah, what is it? Chicago pizza, right? Shit. I've never had it. I should try to have it, but I know y'all got King Von, O-Block, Chief Keef. You left too early for Vaughn? Damn. And I know you guys got Bilal too. Bilal, right? But that's all I know about Chicago. What else is there about Chicago? Isn't there Kanye from Chicago? Isn't JFK from Chicago? Isn't he from Chicago? But pretty sure he's from Chicago, but he was involved in like the Chicago mob. You made a post on your channel? Alright, let's go to channel. Go to the channel. Said posts at Dag MMA. Islam should be a way bigger favorite. Your weekly recap. Hyping this video help Dag make a difference? Really? What is hyped? How do you hype a video? What the fuck's that about? CM Punk? Yeah, go fuck yourself, bro. CM Punk? Fuck WWE. Fuck WWE. The moment I found out it was fake and it was scripted, I hated it. It's on mobile? Really? Damn. It's on mobile. Dirty soda, iced tea. Really interesting. I don't know how this works. I don't know how it works. But it is an interesting card. Anything else going on Twitter? Once we made our predicts. Anything else? Yo, don't forget to like the stream, please, by the way. It helps out a lot. Um, um, Dude, this is so true. This is so true. Dude, look at this. This guy's like, Rob Font is free because I never watched David Martinez fight. Every casual this week. I'm a casual. I'm a casual.
Bruh.
I just gotta stop. I gotta get rid of that, bro. Apparently I'm a casual. Comments you swipe left instead of opening comment section? Oh, shit, really? Dude, keep hyping it up then. Damn. Holy fuck, I can't go on Twitter, man. I can't go on fucking Twitter, dude. Oh my gosh. I can't go on fucking Twitter, man. Shit is fucked up. See way too many fucked up shit. Dude, it's just so... All I see is this train video, and it's... I can't watch it, dude. I can't fucking watch it. Doing this pod this week with Dana Black, though, if you want to collab. Sub to your channel. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. If I want to collab, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell fuck yeah. You talking to me? Me to collab? Don't ignore me. Sorry, Cackle. I got business shit going on, buddy. This is business. We got business going on, alright? Huge business. Business deals are being made. Dude, this guy's friends with Jamal Hill, and he knows Jamal Hill on a personal level, dude. I won't ignore you. I said what happened. I said I went on Twitter trying to see what's going on in the MMA world, and I see some video of some shorty getting stabbed on a train. It's fucking hard to watch. I cannot go on Twitter, dude. I cannot. Yeah, dude. Don't get Twitter. Heads up. Don't get Twitter. 10-7 change your bum life. Alright, bro. You're hilarious. My bum life? I don't have a bum life. Alright? Few discussions and replies. Really does suck that yeah, you're Rodriguez is what the fuck? Some people on the internet are actually dumb as fuck. Let's put that. No, let's put this here. Move this here. Have this here. All right. I think I shall dip. For now, I'll probably be back later tonight. I shall be back later tonight. I'll be back later tonight, man. All right, peace, boys. Thank you for being here. It's been your boy, Dak MMA, and I'm signing out. Peace. 1, 2, 3.
for.